From bridge position, feet hip width apart, lift your hips, inhale. And then when you exhale, roll the spine down, drawing the navel in. A couple of times, inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, roll the spine down. Make sure that you're breathing as deeply and slowly as you can, and you really control the movement. So you feel each part of the spine as you roll it down. Holding bridge for a few breaths. Trying to keep the hips high. Push the pubic bone up by pressing down into the feet. Don't let the knees splay wide. Keep them in line with the feet. Uncurl the spine on your exhale, coming all the way down. And then from here, sit up at the end of that exhale breath. So you're in a sit-up position. The shoulder blades draw back. The chin slightly off the chest. The back of the neck long. Belly button pulled in towards the spine. Breathe smoothly. Hands alongside the hips. And then uncurl and come down. Now pick up the feet so that your feet, knees and hands are in line. Place your hands on top of the knees and keeping the arms straight, press the hands into the knees and the knees resist and push back into the hands. Lift your head, look up at the belly button, breathe deeply and push away with the hands as much as you can, resisting with the legs as much as you can. A few more rounds of breath. Make sure you keep the back of the neck long. Slowly come down. You may just want to turn the head from side to side. It could have been strenuous for your neck. Lift the hips just to counter pose and prepare to come up once again. Aiming to hold for around 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So bring the feet up in line with the knees. Arms are straight, hands press into the top of the knees. Lift your head, keeping the chin off of the chest. Shoulders broad. Breathe. Every exhale, lower belly draws down towards the spine and the lower back flattens down towards the ground. Okay, and make your way down. Take a small rest here. Again, check your neck feels good. Lift the hips as a counter pose. Roll it down, and third one, hands push into the knees. Arms straight, look up at the belly button. Flex your feet so there's strong leg energy. Breathe continuously. Keep your focus. If you keep your eyes fixed on one point, the mind should stay focused. And slowly down. Take a deep breath, lift the hips up. It's time to interlace the fingers underneath your back. Wriggle the shoulders under and roll the spine down. Pick up the knees once again, the feet in line with the knees. Taking your block between your ankles. If you don't have a block, just keep the ankles hip width apart. So coming up into a kind of raised head position, elbows out to the side, hands supporting the back of the neck. Extend the legs out. So inhale and then exhale, extend the legs out. Inhale, knees come in, over hips, exhale, extend out. Keep squeezing the ankles into the block. Breathe as smoothly as you can. Every exhale, extending and pulling the navel in towards the spine. Make the movement quite fluid, not jerky. Spread the toes, keep the activation all the way through the legs to the feet. And then release the practice, bring the hands, bring the block away, and then just rest here for a moment. Legs come out straight onto the ground. Leg raises, raise the right leg, lower it, exhale. Inhale, left leg up, lower it, exhale. Right leg up, bringing it in line with the hips, exhale down. left leg up, inhale, exhale down. Inhale, try not to strain your neck, exhale. Inhale, activate from the lower belly, exhale. Up and down, in line with your breathing, as many as you can with control and not too fast. Next up, leg presses. So bring the right knee into the chest and then press it away straight. Left leg straight. So as if you're climbing steep steps. You bring one knee in, other leg straight. Opposite knee in, other leg straight. Flex the feet and spread the toes. And there's the option to raise up. So you look up at your belly button, having the hands support the back of the head. Try and flatten the lower back on the ground and keep the hips stable. Okay, take a rest here. Another counter pose bridge. Lift the hips high. Press through the balls of the feet. Push the pubic bone up. Slow your breathing right down. Roll the spine all the way to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest and twist. Drop the knees to the right, look to the left. Drop the knees to the left, look to the right. Come back to the center. I'm going to do some crisscrossing. So left arm across the right knee to start. Right knee is bent, left leg straight. Now twist and change sides. Inhale middle, exhale twist. Inhale head to the middle, exhale twist. Reaching your arm to the outside of the bent knee ankle. Try and lift from your navel. So you're not doing all the work with your neck, you're lifting from the belly. Keep the chest high. The belly lengthens and the feet really flexed. The balls of the feet flexed and the toes spread. Keep the exhales as deep as you can. Every exhale contracting to the core, the belly button pulls into the spine. A few more rounds, keep it going. And rest. Lift the hips as a counter pose. Calm your breathing right down. And slowly now roll the spine to the ground. The knees come up into the chest to make sure the lower back feels good. And prepare for frog presses. So here, taking the legs out, bring the heels together, keep them glued together, toes out to the sides and extending the legs. So the knees go up over the hips and then push the legs away with the exhale. Inhale and then exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, knees in, exhale, straighten the legs. The exhale is the strenuous part with the legs out straight, so pull the lower belly in to support your lower back. Keep your shoulders flat down on the ground and your neck relaxed. The knees turn out to the sides and then the legs straighten. And then you may want to try an option of having the feet apart, feet kind of hip width, toes turned out. This may be quite intense for your hips, hip flexors, hip adductors. So if you're feeling any kind of clonking sounds, then return the ankles together to touch and keep the legs narrow. Breathe smoothly. And then hug the knees into the chest. Keep with the stability and the strengthening of the hips with leg drops. So having your legs up, take the right leg out to the right, inhale it up, exhale it straight down. Inhale it up, left leg left, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, right leg right, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale left leg left, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, right leg right, trying to keep the hips square and not tipping. Carry on a few repetitions. This is really great for the brain for the neural pathways, creating new pathways in your brain to keep the mind flexible as well as the body. Helps improve coordination and communication between left and right hemisphere of brain. So now, crisscross the legs. Exhale them down as you crisscross. Inhale up, exhale down. And again, the work is from the lower belly and the hip flexors. So keeping the legs straight as you can, toes pointing this time, and keep the legs crisscrossing quite narrowly. Contract to your midline, squeeze the inner thighs together. You can take the arms up over the head if you feel you have the strength. Carry on, we're aiming for around 10 in total. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, legs down. Inhale, legs up, keeping the lower back grounded. Exhale, pull the belly in, legs down. Just a few more now. Keep the pace quite speedy. And then hug the knees into the chest. Let's rock and roll a few times, forward and back, just rounding the back. Again, place the legs in the reverse tabletop position, and then we're going to strengthen pelvic floor by trying to lift the hips. So inhale, and then exhale, lift your pelvis, lift your hips. Inhale, lengthen belly, exhale, lift. It's a very small movement, very controlled. Try and control the lowering of the hips. Certainly quite strenuous, so you'll certainly feel this. Don't feel frustrated if the hips aren't going very high. It's quite natural at first when you first try these. The legs apart now, and you're still lifting the pelvis, lifting the hips as much as possible, rounding and curling the lower belly. Now take the arms up to the side and reach up between the legs. So arms up over the head, exhale, reach forward between the legs. Exhale, reach forward between the legs. Inhale, arms up, exhale, curl forward. Again, make sure the neck is comfortable, the chin off the chest. Keep the legs very active, very straight. If you feel any pinching in your hips, then just ease off. Rest. A couple more repetitions here. Control it with the breath. And then crisscross. So take your arms to the outside of each ankle, lifting up your chest. Reach for the outside of each ankle, one at a time. Exhale, lift up. So here now your pelvis stays down, but it's your arms, chest that reach up. Try and take the arms to the leg rather than the legs to the arm. Keep crisscrossing. And then recline back. Hug the knees into the chest. Circle them one way and circle them back the other way. Again, with a twist. So arms out to the sides. Drop the knees to the right. Drop the knees to the left. Come back to center. Okay, we'll come into a plank on the forearms. So sit up and take your forearms out in front of you. Elbows directly under the shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. And underneath of the body pulls in tight to support the back of the body. Keep breathing here. The legs really straight and firm. And the heels reaching back. Look ahead so that your head is not dangling down. A few more deep, slow, controlled breaths. And then bring the knees down. And rest here with the arms outstretched. This is quite a good opening for the shoulders. So let's try a side plank. Again on the forearms. Come onto the right forearm, elbow underneath the knee, and raise the left arm. You're stacking left foot directly on top of right foot. Pull the lower belly in and keep the hips lifting. Try and keeping the body flat on the single plane so you're not tilting at the pelvis or the shoulder. So we're aiming for 30 seconds on each side. So changing side, Left elbow underneath left shoulder, right arm reaches up, look up at the right thumb, keep the tummy pulled in to allow the hips to stay lifting. The legs firm, balance on the outside edge of the left foot, right foot stacked on top. A few more deep breaths. And lower the hips. So now just stretching out the sideways. So come onto your knees, kneeling, and then extend your right leg out to the right and reach over to the leg. Left arm reaches up overhead. Should feel a really good stretch through the left side of the body without collapsing in on the right side too much. Now, interlace the fingers. This works the obliques. Press firmly down into the right foot as you reach over to your left. Arms straight, interlace your fingers. Just extend the index finger and then release the hands. Stretch out the right side waist by right hand on the floor, and left hand on the floor, right arm overhead. And back to kneeling. Try this on the other side. Extend the left leg, reach up overhead, and reach over towards the left leg. Relax the shoulder blades down the back so that they are away from the ears. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Reaching up as much as reaching over. So now come up, both arms again, and for the obliques, pull the lower belly in. Make sure your lower back is not arching as you lean over to your right. Keep breathing continuously. Keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. Come back to center and now release the right hand to the floor, right beyond the right fingertips. Left arm goes up overhead, feeling the stretch through the left side waist. And return to kneeling. So take arms back behind you and clasp hold of the back of the thighs. You want to keep the lower ribs drawn down towards the hip bones. Lean back with the inhale, come back forward with the exhale. Leaning back, keeping the body in one straight line from knees to hips to shoulders, and then coming forward. This is strengthening the front plane of the body. You'll feel your thighs working firmly. Keep the sit bones drawing together so the glutes switch on. Okay, well done. So now come back down onto your back. Shoulders broad, shoulders stay down, hands alongside the hips. Extend the legs straight up and then exhale down, hovering toward the floor. Inhale, both legs up and pressing through the arms to send the legs straight up into a shoulder stand. In Pilates, they call these jackknives. So inhale, legs up, curl the spine up, and then exhale, control your descent, bringing the hips down, then the feet. Aiming for a few more, so push through the arms, use your shoulders, inhale, raise up, exhale, coil down. 3 more. Keeping the toes pointed gives the legs a sense of direction and intention. So now let's come back down into the back, onto the back, the knees bent. So raise up onto the forearms, into the elbows for fish position, top of the head on the floor, the belly lengthen. This counterposes those shoulder stand raises. And lower back down onto the ground. Hug the knees into the chest. Another twist, knees right, head left. Holding the twist a little longer this time as we warm down. Knees left, head right. Make sure hips and neck are on one straight line. Relax your belly. Slow the breathing right down. Return back to center. Feel your lower back melt down into the ground. And then extend the legs out, feet apart, arms away from the body, eyes closed, eyes relaxed. Follow your breathing.